Hello and welcome to something new that I'm starting called 5-second review. But as you can probably tell below this, the video isn't exactly 5 seconds. So does that mean the review's more than 5 seconds? Well, not specifically. The review is going to become. Thanks, Brian. It's going to come at the end of the video, which hopefully is accompanied by around 10 to 15 minutes of actual gameplay. So today we're going to be looking at the ever so wonderful Thomas Was Alone, which is potentially my favourite game ever. It's a little indie game created by Mike Bithell, and I just realised the music is way too loud. Going to have to fix that. But it takes place in the eyes of little cute called Thomas, who's more of a rectangle than anything, thinking about it.
Thomas was alone. Wow.
So this is Thomas. Thomas here, little bouncy, jiggery Thomas. And just returning to this game honestly makes me happy. So I played this about a year and a half ago, and I instantly fell in love, and here I am, replaying it.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere.
To the other videos.
Where? 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely
There's
fantastic
something in common.
at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at
So,
observing.
little Thomas. But it's weird that how good this game gets you to connect with squidgy rectangles and at points squidgy squares, and it's like it grips you, entices you, and then spits you back out. And with spoiling as little as possible, I'm going to move on.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think! What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
There we go. So, just
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
so. I'm not going to be speaking too much, which I guess helps with it being the first one, and also doesn't. This game has a lot of very strong narrative in it, by Miss Danny Wallace, who I believe is in the Assassin's Creed narrations. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that one. And I believe he got a gaming award. Can't remember which one, so don't quote me on it. But yeah, the lighting is so swooshy. I don't really know what other verb to describe it as. Verb, I mean adjective, but swoosh. I am Bat Thomas.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him.
Did I mention that Thomas is like possibly the nicest character to have ever lived ever? Because he is made out to be so dexterous and fun and not really there for the reward, just to be there for, well, being there, I guess.
This all seemed
Oh God.
a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose.
I've never noticed that line. I've played this game about 3 times over. So,
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be
yeah,
important.
always up and to the right. Which is actually really important in this. But, if you're gonna guess, this game is very platformy at this point. but when the characters come in, I believe there's 18 in total, if I remember correctly, it starts to become very puzzly. Damn it, Danny, stop interrupting me.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn
Did I
the
mention
world
this
was
game's
becoming
beautiful?
more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed.
Oh my god,
Just for him.
it's getting more complicated.
He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
It's getting so complicated. Which block do I take? That one. That one is the only block I can take. Go, Thomas! This is just a stupid reference. Jump, jump, jump. Did I mention this game's beautiful? This game's freaking beautiful. And it has a soundtrack like kill all soundtracks.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4.
Yeah, it's probably
Water.
fine.
Not good. To be avoided.
Nope. As we just proven by past remains, that was just a demo. Not the real Thomas. This is the real Thomas. Thomas is superior. Thomas! I would start shouting about deaths and stuff, but this game is just so peaceful and relaxing.
The loneliness
Damn it, Danny,
was getting
seriously.
to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Aww. He's like an in real life nerd gamer person. Aww. Why am I gonna... I told you, this game's good at connecting you with rectangles. This is where the platforming bit comes in. Its real strengths. Has lots of platforms and lots of ink, so lots of platforming.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was
The Big
training
Bang.
him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving.
So this game just throwing a lot of...
He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Aww. So if you couldn't tell by the title of the game, Thomas is quite lonely at the start of this. He just wants friends. He's actually really relatable and he's a rectangle. But there are a lot of nerdy references in this game. Lots of sly references, lots of little computer gaming references. And if I could stop dying over and over again and actually make these wall jump thingies that move. I told you the lighting is just so beautiful. Mike Bithell, why are you such a genius? Just when volume comes out, shut up and take my money. Ooh. So that was the end of chapter 1, or chapter 0 I guess, and these little text things, and I'm moving my hand to the screen to try and signify them, are little notes in the game, so they're kind of optional to the story.
Chris took
They
an
do help.
immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
I always like the fact that in the subtitles, well not the subtitles, I guess yeah, subtitles, it calls him Christopher, but then Danny Wallace just calls him Chris. But this is Chris. He's not white. He is orange, usually. And he's a bit as a grumpy once. Like, the complete antithesis to
Chris
Thomas,
had been
slow,
doing fine.
grumpy, and wants to win.
He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not
At
actually.
times. That
Technically
one.
graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know,
Never mind.
fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
I own the place. Yeah. Chris is like that one kid, you know, who always gets really angry over everything, and then can't figure out why he's angry, and that he's lost an argument, but he's still lovable. Not like on a level— ow! Not like on a Thomas level of lovable, but still lovable. And he's orange, so best to love. Even his noise when he jumps is deeper. So it's Thomas. So I believe Thomas deserves this victory. Ow! I guess that's karma. Nope, go. And only playing this game for the second time did I realise you can switch through characters in different directions. So you can click Q or E, which annoyed me when I was playing the 9 characters and constantly had to spam Q just to get through them, because I didn't know you could click E.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Nuclear bombs! It might actually be nuclear bombs. I think we need to run up for this. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Oh, just us. Damn it, I wanted nuclear bombs now. So much cooler than stairs. Jump. Troop. So you can see this is where the puzzle parts start to come in a very basic form.
Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Danny Wallace nails this narration. The way his tone changes for each character. It's perfect. It's like...
Was this good?
It's like he's sat
on the
there.
surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure.
Because that's the type of person Tom is. Just Tom? Thomas.
A significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him.
That's something as well. The fact that he's never referred to as Tom.
To ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
The humour in this game is so delicate and so simplistic. It just fits everything. Everything is so simplistic. Even the background. And as I was saying, Danny Wallace nails the narration. Like, I can't think of someone who was better fitted. The way he can just turn his voice so quickly to fit each character.